Hello, and welcome to episode 50 of On Second Thought with Mike and Matt. Coming to you live Thursday night, late, 9:25 p.m. in the East on the 22nd of January. And congratulations, Matt. You hit 50 again. Episode 50. 5-0.
Amazing.
It is.
Absolutely amazing. The 50 cast, 40 cast.
Yes, sir. You got all the questions.
Yeah, 50 shows. How about that? Did you see Tap the Craft hit 300 episodes?
Really? They do anything special?
Yeah. They had like a live show on Facebook.
That's why I didn't see it. I'm not on the Facebooks.
Yeah.
I'm not on anything.
Yeah, come. Well, you're not. No, you're not. I'm just low key.
Well, I'm on the BlueSkys and the Reddits. You could find me deep in the Reddit coal mines, but you cannot find me on the Facebooks or the Twitters or the Instagrams or the Threads or whatever. And I've never been on the TikToks.
I've never been on TikTok. But you're not really on the Instagram? I mean, Instagram where like you can post all types of pictures and stuff.
No, it was a time sink.
Yeah.
I needed to cut it out.
Well, yeah. My biggest thing with all these social media anymore, everything used to be in chronological order.
Oh, that went out the window. That went out the window years ago, Matt. Years ago.
I know it did, Mike, and I hate it. Yeah. Because I'd be on it through Facebook, and someone pop up saying, "Hey, this Thursday, blah blah blah," and I see it like the day after the fucking thing happened. It's like, well, this didn't do me any fucking good. Backbeat. Hey, Backbeat's going to be, Friday night. And then Saturday morning, I see it. It's like, the fuck? If I saw this Thursday or actually Friday morning, I'd be down enjoying Backbeat. Makes me mad.
No one's had a good hoedown until you've seen Backbeat.
Tell you what, buddy. Good shit.
What is not good shit is about what's going to hit us here weather-wise in the next days ahead. First of all, this week I've already received lots of snow. I think I probably got, anywhere around 8 inches of snow versus over two various storms. And looking at my projected forecast, I will say one thing I got going for me is the bitter cold, like in the single digits, has now gone away. However, we're still talking in the teens, and at night we are looking at single digits and the negative numbers, but not during the day. So we are stuck in what's called an Arctic blast, Matthew. And so today was 42. Okay, starting tomorrow.
That's not Arctic blast.
No. Starting tomorrow, it's going to go down to 28, and then it's not going to get above 28 for the next 10 days. So we're talking temps in the teens and the 20s. However, the weathermen and the weatherwomen and the weather peoples are getting us all riled up, and we know how much Matt loves this because when they don't get the story right and they cause mass chaos, they always have egg on their face, which Matt thoroughly enjoys. However, I want to hear what your forecast is. I will tell you I've seen as low as 6 inches and as high as 20 inches. That is a fucking wide spread. It's like, hey, I don't want to be wrong or right. I'm just going to throw this huge number out here, and that way I can say, well, it was somewhere in the middle.
Well, I mean, for you, it's still early yet, but for us, they're starting to tone it in. And they're talking, 8 to 10 inches.
Yeah.
By the end of the storm, Sunday night, they're talking 8 to 10 inches. Depending where you are, possibly 13 to 15. But it has been extremely cold here, Mike, the past week. So you're not special there, sir. It's been bad.
Well, I mean, I heard your family over there in Georgia, they're going to get some terrible ice going on.
Yeah.
The sun,
I would rather have the snow than the fucking ice.
I tell you that.
You know, especially down there where they're at, where they're not ready for all that shit. I mean, just fucking give it up.
Yeah. Just pack it in to begin with. But
Mm.
so it's going to be Sunday into Monday for us.
Yeah.
So today's what? Thursday. So 2 days of cold coming up, Friday and Saturday. I got to get some snow off my porch, the roof of my porch. I always like to have a tidy front porch with not much of a snow load on it. I know the civil engineer says, don't worry about it. It should be fine. I don't like the look of all that snow because then eventually it gets heavy when it starts to melt. And what I like to do is not get all the snow off because I don't have the roof rake or the angle to get all of it off. But I do like to clear a runway by the gutters. So when it starts melting, it has like clear passage to the gutter. You know what I mean?
Yeah. This will be, at least for us, I'm not sure about you, this will be a heavy snow coming down. All this is coming from the south, so a lot of moisture. And so it's going to be a wet, heavy snow. So be careful out there shoveling. Do it in spurts.
Now, the snow accumulation that we have had over the last 10 days, I'd say probably somewhere in the 8 to 10 inches range over various storms, has been the lightest, fluffy. Like you could snort that bad boy. Whoa. I mean, it is tough. It is tough to snow blow it when it is that light.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, I get like, the wind comes and I'm just like, I got more on me than I'm blowing away. But
yeah.
Wild stuff going on, Matt. Here's one for you. So we got about 4 inches overnight, and I'm taking care of the property. Everything's good. I had a dentist appointment. Everything was good there. I come home, start working, and then I got a text from the plow guy going, "Hey, you still want me to plow your property?" This is odd. Yeah, you were just fucking out here 5 hours ago. Why are you asking me? And he's like, "Well, I came out this morning, and someone already plowed your driveway." And I said, "Wait a second." I go, "Didn't we have this issue last year that we had this phantom plow guy show up once or twice?" He's never charged. I mean, my plow guy has charged me for when he comes out, but this other person shows up every once in a while and plows the driveway. And the odd thing is, since my driveway is about somewhere in between a quarter and a half mile long, I don't have him come all the way down to my property because I have anxiety over the lip of where I paved and where the old driveway is, and I don't want them barreling into that lip and start digging up my new driveway. So I said, come down my shared driveway, turn around and clean my neighbor's driveway because he wants his driveway cleaned, and then just go out. It's kind of just like making a circle, and I will take care of my whole property because I did spend, I don't know I can't remember what I spent, $2,000 to $4,000 on that Honda snowblower that I have.
Right.
So what I'm trying to get at is that whoever's coming knows those instructions. They're not coming.
Yeah, right.
They're not coming all the way down to do my property. They know to turn there. And I'm like, who is this?
What?
And I reached out to my neighbor and said, "Hey, did you call anybody?" He says, "Mike, I rely on you to do all my shit. I ain't calling anyone." And I go, "I know that, Bill." But, so here we are. We got this person showing up, plowing the driveway. They never send us a bill. And the other guy's left going, should I continue coming? I'm like, yes, please come. And I'm sorry. I'm sorry you're losing out on business, but I live all the way in the back. I don't see who comes and goes. I don't know who it is.
Maybe it's someone from the school there going down there and plowing or something.
It's a mystery, and it's wild.
Dude, you should get you a trail camera and put up. And put there along your driveway. You really should.
I get so mad.
And see what's going down there. Let me know when you do, so I can eventually come up and just
hey,
moon it for one thing, and then hey.
Oh, you're gonna be in the? Are you gonna be on the camera for this storm?
Yes. Yes, Sunday. If I can get out Sunday, I will go out to the street camera, Mike. I will text you, say, "Hey, come look, I'm here."
Nice.
Yes, yes. I just need to do that anyway. Just come out there, just. Hey.
Now, I don't know why I know this, but on Reddit there's a subreddit called "Wives That Want to Be Seen." Make sure you don't post yourself out at the stop there with the camera going on the maybe this thread exists or if subreddit exists as well. Husbands that want to be seen.
That want to be seen. I'll create my own. I'll create my own Reddit.
It's probably not the content they want, but hey, what are you?
Probably not. They don't want to see some guy in the gas station corner waving at a goddamn traffic camera. Oh God. So keep an eye on those cameras for me so you can tell me how disappointed you are in the snow removal.
Yeah. I don't see any pavement. Every time I looked at that, I go, what are these guys doing? They got the blade on the ground or are they afraid? So how have you been dealing with the cold? I know you got a fire going. Is the fire stoked?
Yeah, I got fire going right now. Put a couple pieces of wood on it before we started here, so it'll burn for a little while. Going good. The garage is full of wood for the weekend here coming up. The pantries are stocked with food for the weekend.
The wine
I gotta go out tomorrow. Wine has been procured. Cheese has been procured. Frozen pizzas have been procured. We're good. Gotta get out tomorrow. Saturday's questionable. But, it don't start till Saturday afternoon, and then all day Saturday night, Sunday morning, and all day Sunday is when the big stuff's coming. So we're ready. I'm ready.
Now, I know when I was out driving today to go to the dentist, I don't cast any judgment. I just look, though, how people are removing their snow, who's removed their snow, who's just driving over their driveway and not removing any of it, And the town where my dentist is in is more of a urban town as opposed to my rural town. And I'm like, man, if I had a snowblower here, I would not be able to throw the snow anywhere. I'd have to be thrown on people's houses or out in the street or something. And no one wants that. So I imagine there in the cul-de-sac, the snowblower would really be kind of a useless because you just got to shovel it into piles, right?
Yeah, I mean, right now, my driveway is pretty small, right? So just go around, just shovel it in the yard. Now, when you're talking, 8-10 inches, that's a big pile of snow too. You got to put somewhere, right? Because then the problem is the plow truck comes through and puts all the snow right in front. Yeah, so I got to dig all that out, and so my mailbox will have a nice, pile of snow around it. Between me and the one neighbor, my old neighbor, we would, had a little understanding how we would put the snow along there. We just make it like a snow wall. Perfect. Well, now the new guy, they don't know what the fuck's going on. I've tried to explain, so now I just try and avoid that. And I just put it all over my yard in the front there, and shovel it there. But
I don't miss those days where you get all the work done and then the plow comes back and it's like you never did anything and you got to do it all over again. And the plow guy doesn't care. He's right barreling through. No.
Yeah. Yeah. I've tried that before. They say, well, plow out or shovel out the, like 5 feet in front of your driveway, get rid of that. So when they come through, it kind of fills that in before filling your driveway. That don't work. No. That don't work neither. So, we'll go, we'll do it. Now, we had a couple times we had a plow guy come through and saw what we did, the whole cul-de-sac. So he went through and then he went around again close to the drive and like scraped all that away and put it in the unused portion of the cul-de-sac. That guy was cool. But the rest of them, we haven't had that in a while.
Yeah, they got to get on. Your cul-de-sac's not the only property. They got to get in and get out, and they'll be buzzing through a bunch of times. Just keep it going.
My opinion differs. They should come around and just clear all that shit out, and then they can move on.
They pay that tax money.
Yeah, you can get that right.
Well, good luck with all that, sir. I'm not looking forward
Yeah,
to it.
good luck to you too.
And of course, it's happening. I don't know if it's, better or worse, but it's all happening on my 2 days off. So it's not like I'm going to have any day. It's like, no downtime. And I blame this all. Who do I all blame this on? I was online with this gentleman a few days ago, a week ago, when it was warm in Cincinnati, 60s and 70s. Then it got a little colder, but then he said, the warm weather is coming.
Yeah. It's coming. Spring training is right around the corner. That means warm weather's coming. Pitchers and catchers report here in a couple of weeks.
Well, let's transition to sports. A lot of sports things to talk about. We'll get to the gaming stuff here very shortly. When we dive in here, first of all, I think the Baseball Hall of Fame is a sham. I don't know how guys, after a few years, are still eligible for voting and their numbers get spun in a certain way that the case is made for them. Carlos Beltran and Andrew Jones got in. They've been retired a long time. Certainly Andrew Jones, a very long time.
Yeah.
And now all of a sudden they're Hall of Famers. The whole thing is it feels like the stat geeks, the nerds, come up with different stats to compare this player now to this player and project his WAR versus what when if we were doing WAR at that time and all this stuff. I don't know if you were. Well, I don't know how to explain it, but this is like a smell test or an eye test. You know a Hall of Famer when you see it. I don't need the fucking numbers beaten over my head. I know this guy is a very good player, this guy's a good player, and this guy's a Hall of Famer. I don't need to spin all the stats a certain way to have them fit in a box and then be told they're a Hall of Famer to me.
Well, yeah, I mean, it used to be what? I'm sure it still is. But, you're so many years you're on the ballot, and then you were, disqualified, and then you had to go on the old timers ballot or whatever that was.
I don't have a problem with the old timers ballot. Let the Hall of Famers vote themselves.
I agree. Yeah, I agree. But I think you're right. I think they're just trying to make up shit to where people that get on a ballot can get in first round, if that makes sense. Instead of sitting around for a while. It's a popularity contest, like a lot of other stuff.
And I'm not one of those guys that says the steroid guys shouldn't get in. Bonds, Sosa, Palmeiro,
McGuire.
I don't know if I guess you'd have to put McGuire. When I look at McGuire, he was like a 1-2.
You're putting Bonds and them in, put McGuire in.
Bonds was a hell of a defensive player. He had many accolades before he ever went on to the Giants. He was a 5-tool player. He could do it all. He was a supreme athlete. McGuire could just hit the ball. He was not a good defender. He was mediocre at best at first base. He was either strikeout or home run. Bonds could do it all. He could steal bases. He had Gold Gloves. He was a tremendous player with the Pirates. And then as soon as he got to the Giants shortly after and got into all that Balco stuff is when he started really bulking up and, just hitting home runs. But he had, just like Roger Clemens, he was a Hall of Famer before he did any of this shit.
I would argue the same thing with McGuire. McGuire was athletic when he was with the A's.
I don't know, not to
very much so. Very much so. No, very much so. He was skinny and lanky, just like Bonds and them. And then when he got older and started to go back, he started taking the juice, just like everybody else, and bulked up. And yeah, I mean, Bonds wasn't that fast in his.
Oh, he was absolutely with the Pirates. He was a speed demon
with the Pirates, but that's already his career, Mike. Just like I'm saying with McGuire.
But he already had MVPs. He already won MVPs by then and everything like that. McGuire, I think, was always lumped in with Canseco, right? Always the Bash brothers. Always just a one-dimensional player. Where I think Barry Bonds is a well-rounded player. But let them all in. Let all those guys in. I think McGuire's got so many home runs. Let him in. Clemens. I don't have a problem with that. Just let them in. What I have a problem is we're saying is we're not going to let those guys in, but we're going to let Andrew Jones in. We're going to let Carlos Beltran in. We're going to let can't remember the guy's name who got in last year from the Phillies. Was it Chase Utley or someone like that?
Chase Utley, right?
These guys aren't Hall of Famers. They're very good players, but they're not Hall of Famers.
Yeah, I think you look at Bonds and Sosa and McGuire, what they did for baseball in those years as far as bringing people to the game and watching in that, the excitement, I think that deserves it right there.
And I told you, I think we've mentioned it before, put their own wing in.
Sure.
Just have their own. I mean, I've been there. There's plenty of room. Put the friggin' own wing in and get it on and get it over with.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's baseball. Like you said, spring training is coming up soon enough. The NFL playoffs are going on. I can't believe the Patriots, one of the last 4 teams. Excuse me, I'm so choked up about it. Here's an unbelievable stat. Since 2011, Matt, 2011, every AFC championship game has either had the Patriots or the Chiefs.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's a hell of a thing. And the Patriots haven't been there since 2018, I don't believe. So that means the Chiefs have been there for a lot of years consecutively here.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, so it's the Patriots against the Broncos in Denver. The Broncos lost their starting quarterback, on the second to last play.
That's crazy.
And the guy who's the backup hasn't thrown an NFL pass in years. And everybody's like, don't worry about it. You know, hey, he might be a good player. He was the backup on the Patriots. They thought he was a high caliber player. The Broncos are certainly, you know, saying all the right things, lifting him up. But he might light the Patriots up. Who knows? It's an unknown. But my whole point is practice where you know they're going to blow the whistle, where you know guys aren't going to steamroll you completely. And there's nobody watching. You're not on television. You're not the only game on television. And it's the Super Bowl's not on the line. Hell of a lot easier than being thrust into the AFC Championship game. So we'll see what happens.
They got a good chance. I mean, they got a great chance to go on to another Super Bowl.
Yeah, the Rams or the Seahawks on the NFC side don't scare me as much. I think Sam Darnold is somewhat of a mediocre quarterback who's got lightning in a bottle a little bit here. And I think the Rams are certainly beatable. They're not always consistent.
I think that game's a toss-up.
Yeah. So that's on the docket for this weekend during the snow. And then, I mean, how are things at the border there in Indiana?
Wow.
With the Hoosiers
crazy
going 16-0. They didn't run away with it. Miami, give Miami credit. They hung in there for the
Miami played dirty. Miami had some dirty hits in there.
That's always been Miami's MO since way back when.
Yeah. It's awesome. It's great. You know, good team like that. Go all the way, win it all. I know Indiana is very, very proud of the team there. It's great, you know, for another Big Ten team to win championship. Yeah, it's awesome. I'm glad for them. I'm glad for the quarterback. They seem pretty down to earth. You know, that coach is pretty wild.
What's his name?
Signotti.
I heard they didn't go to Disney this year when they won the championship. Instead, I heard they all climbed in his ear because they're so damn large that they could just house the whole team inside his ears, and they had a hell of a party in there. Beers were on him.
Quite possibly.
We're watching the game, a little bit of it, and I don't know, it was like, you know, at halftime, and they're interviewing the coach, and Lynn goes, "Look at the size of that man's ears." I didn't, you know, notice it, but then once you look at it, it's like the whole side of his face is fucking ear, man.
Well, once you mention it like that, then yeah, that's all you're going to see. But the dude never smiles. I mean, he
poker face.
He's straight up, huh?
Yeah, poker face.
And he's good at it.
Well, he's going to have a different act now, because when you do that when you don't win, when you're trying to get guys to stay humble, stay in the moment, not get too big, not get too low. Now you've won one. You know, those types of shtick and deals get a little old, and we'll see. Just like Vrabel for the Patriots, after every game, he waits outside the locker room and gives every player a handshake and a hug. And that's that's going to get old after one season. He's going to have to come up with a new thing.
What about Belichick? Same fucking way as the Indiana coach.
And look at Belichick now. Fucking 19 jobs open in the NFL. The guy is like 10 wins away from the all-time record, and no one will give him a sniff. A sniff. That guy has tarnished his legacy worse than I was almost going to say Jared from Subway, but I wasn't going to go there. That guy has tarnished his legacy pretty damn bad. That friggin' 15 million jobs are open in the NFL, and not one team has given him a goddamn sniff.
He had his 15 minutes of fame.
And he's got a lot of fame right now. He's 73 and he's got a 24-year-old girlfriend. He's maybe he's got other priorities at this point besides getting that all-time win record.
Yeah. He ain't got to worry about shit.
Not that I'm condoning that. I think that's pretty gross. But hey, what are you gonna do?
Whatever works.
As long as they're happy, right?
One of them's happy.
Yeah, she's not happy. She's only happy when she gets the credit card. Otherwise, she's not happy. Oh boy! So, what are your predictions here for the games and the ultimate winner?
I think I definitely got to go with the Patriots. And I think Seattle is on a roll. I think they're going to go. So I think it'll be Seattle Patriots.
Seattle revenge game. Remember that Patriots Super Bowl against Seattle, and they had the running back, and they should have ran it in. The guy decided to throw it on like the 2-yard line, and we intercepted it.
Yeah. No, I think Patriots, Seattle, Rams. They could. I don't know. I think Seattle's got the momentum more than the Rams.
I'm telling you, the networks would die if it was Jarrett Stidham versus Sam Darnold in the Super Bowl. If it was Denver, Seattle.
Ugh.
I mean, the network's got to be rooting for Drake May and the Patriots against Matthew Stafford and the Los Angeles Rams. West Coast, East Coast, the up and coming MVP, the probable MVP. You can hear all those storylines.
Thank God Collinsworth ain't going to be the fucking dude on the fucking...
Well, I know you're not on BlueSky that much. Today, they had a post, The Athletic did, about the best... about Brady and how his rookie year as a commentator was not good. And now he's gotten much better. So I had my own personal ranking that I will read to you. That I ranked him. I have Troy Aikman as 1 as the best color analyst. I have Greg Olson 2nd. Greg Olson was the number 1 guy on Fox until Brady bumped him out of the 1 chair. Kirk Herbstreit at 3. Collinsworth at 4. Brady at 5. And Romo at 6.
Collinsworth needs to be at 5. I'll put Brady in front of Collinsworth. Collinsworth, he will not shut the fuck up. And he just, oh God, he's so annoying to listen to.
Glazes those Chiefs.
Yeah, no, Collinsworth sucks.
All right, Matt, it's time to get out your notebook and maybe your pocketbook here. I got some new games for you to put on your wish list, only one of which can be purchased at this particular moment. Okay? The first game I want to make you aware of is called Acuvac, a suck and blow adventure. And this will not get you in trouble with the we know that your Steam algorithm's already out of whack anyways.
Oh my God, I don't know why.
But this is Acuvac, a suck and blow adventure. It's on sale for $8.99. It is Steam Deck. I believe it is Steam Deck either playable or very playable. And I think it's only the text that's causing issues here. Play as a vacuum cleaner. Acuvac is a cleaner, collectathon, and destruction, limb controls, and a mix of arcade and sandbox elements. Suck, blow, and swing your hose around in this vibrant, physics-based action adventure.
It sounds like, a daily evening occurrence.
Mm-hmm. So keep that on the mind.
I'm looking at it. Interesting.
Next one here. This doesn't come out until I think later on this quarter. It's called. This has a demo as well. Forbidden Solitaire. It is a card-slashing horror game about unearthing the contents of a cryptic 1995 CD-ROM that should never existed, from the creators of Ancient Enemy and Home Safety Hotline. Well, of course, well-known games. But yeah, you want to get some horror and some solitaire action. If regular solitaire is not cutting it for you anymore, this might be up your alley.
So these aren't retro games. These are games that look like retro games, but they're coming out now.
That is correct, sir.
Yeah.
And the last one.
I could see myself doing the Forbidden Solitaire.
The last one here, Plinbo. 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 This is the thrill of roguelike meets the sweet chaos of Plinko. You like Plinko?
You should love it.
Every choice is a new strategy. Every run is a unique challenge. Build your deck to tame your physics-based balls with a modern retro feel. Take your chance, build your fate, and earn money. I think out of the three of the games that I mentioned today, this is the one I could see you playing. Plinbo. It's coming out at the end of the month, January 31st. There is a demo right now if you want to download it.
Looks like a good birthday gift for Barb.
So there you go. 3 games.
Interesting. I could see this too.
Yep.
Playing this.
So, speaking of playing things, I have been getting at the retro bug. Okay, we're going to talk about PS3 games that I've been playing during what we've been playing. But now I want to let you know that I unearthed the fat PS3.
Yeah,
I have that. I have that connected.
Earthy.
I had, and of course it needed an update as soon as I turned it on, and all the games.
That's surprising.
And they still update it, and all the games that I had needed updates. So I've been doing a little stuff on there. However, some of the games that I was potentially interested in, I was getting to the point where I was going to eBay, and then I was looking at. You can't buy anything on the PlayStation 3 store. Technically, what you have to do is you have to load your PlayStation account with money on a PS4 or PS5 and then log into the PS3 store and then buy it with your account balance. You can't enter a credit card in on the PS3 store. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So I was looking at some of like the MotorStorm games and the Ratchet and Clank games.
Mm-hmm.
And, I really like the Super Stardust series. So I was playing one of those on the PS3, but then I noticed there was some other ones. I download those for the PS5. There is a bug right now. You're supposed to be able to stream PS3 games from your PS5. If you have the premium sub.
The premium PlayStation, yeah.
So there's, maybe 150 games that you can stream, PS3 games. It doesn't work. There's been a bug for the last week. You press the stream button, nothing happens.
Even on like the portal? Can you do that on the portal?
Hold on.
Not working either.
Hold on.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. Let me hold my horses. Hold my horses here.
I don't know if it will, to your point, I don't know if it will work on the portal. I suspect no. What I have tested, and I was unaware of this, on our computers, you can download the PlayStation Plus app. There's an app that you can download, and you can stream games, play games on your PC from that app. So what you have to do as a workaround right now to stream games on the PS5 that are PS3 games is you have to go to your PC, play one of those games for X amount of minutes, then go back to your PS5 and you'll see it in your library as something you've played, not across on your media bar. It will show it will only show up in your library, that your collection or whatever. And then hit the stream button from there, and then it works. Okay? So then I opened up to your point, I opened up the PlayStation Portal, and I connected to my PS5, and the games were across the top that I streamed, but it would not let me stream them. I cannot answer your other question. So when you log into your PlayStation Portal, you have two options across the top, like connect to a PlayStation or do streaming. I don't know, like once they fix the streaming issue, if you can actually stream it that way. But you cannot stream into you cannot remote play into your PS5 and then stream it.
And then stream.
Yeah.
It seems like a little Inception thing going on there. So yeah, I could see that.
Yeah.
So this app, you can download on the Windows.
Yeah, it's not the greatest. It's not the greatest app. Shame on PlayStation for half baked goods.
But this is something you could like download onto your Ally.
That's potential.
And probably play your PS5 games on there.
Yeah, you
instead of having to buy a portal.
You could try that out. I don't know. I mean, just like the whole thing we just talked about, whatever you were saying, Inception. I don't know how that will shake out, but try it if you like.
I think I will. I think I will try it.
I'll try it first on your computer so you can see what the hell it is. And
then, right. Be easier to set up and everything and see. Yeah. I have an idea what's happening. Yeah.
And then put it on your Ally if you want. All that aside, having lots of fun, nostalgia, blah, blah, blah.
Nice.
It doesn't stop there, sir. I have been, I talked about on like the last episode about emulation, and I have jumped into the waters yet. I have nothing to really report besides this. I know this I know this is no good for anybody who's not watching, which is everybody else but Matt.
Well, they should be watching. They should be watching the show.
They must
either not, I don't know, but they should be watching.
We gave them the opportunity to watch for like how many years?
We did. Yeah. It's like a first time unboxing here, it looks like.
It is.
Look at that.
So this is the Retroid Pocket 5 from the company called Retroid. Okay.
Uh-huh.
It's an Android device. And the goal here, start small. And I want to put on some PS2 games, 3DS, maybe a Vita, and see what happens. I'm not going to try all at once. I'm going to just try to get the basics working, get one game working. I mean, there's threads and guides out the yin-yang. And like I tell my kids who are afraid to drive, I say, some of the stupidest people in the world have got behind the wheel of a car. There's nothing to be afraid of. Just, follow what you've been taught, get the hours in, and you'll figure it out. So I feel like the same thing with the fucking this thing here. There's like a lot of stupid people that can emulate, and I should be able to figure this out. So we'll see what happens.
So right now there's nothing on it.
I haven't even powered it on yet, sir.
Never even powered it up.
I just got it.
So you need to go find emulation software.
There's a wonderful guide out there. Retro Corpse is the name of the site. The guy Russ runs it. He's got a tremendous guide out there. Walks you through.
I know Russ.
He lives in Hawaii. Walks you through the whole process.
Uh-huh.
So we're gonna see here. I think the only thing I am lukewarm on, because I got the games I want, and I think some, depending on the platform, some of them you don't have to unzip. The emulators will figure that out, and some maybe you have to unzip and do something. I'm lukewarm on that aspect, so I need to figure out. I need to do some research on some stuff like that.
Yeah.
But I think as far as installing the emulators is like, this guide has all that like A to Z. So
looks like a neat little device here.
Yeah, it's an
good size
OLED screen.
Yeah, is it? Yeah.
So
nice. Memory cards or built-in hard drive?
It's got 128 gigabytes built in. You can buy memory cards.
Okay.
Yeah. But I'm starting small. I think some people go hog wild and download like every N64 game or every 3DS game, and they just put it on there, and they have a buffet. I think I downloaded 10 games so far, and it's like around 15 gigabytes.
Ain't bad.
I had downloaded like the NBA and the NFL Street games. I'm just going to try the 50 Cent Blood on the Sand or something like that I never played.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, let's see what happens. Again, I'm not into pirating software that I can readily play on the Switch or something like that. Supposedly you can play Steam games on this as well, this Game Hub or something like that. That's an app on the Android Play Store.
Mm-hmm.
So I might be able to play some like small, light, indie like Steam games on there as well. But I have plenty of other devices I can do that on.
I know you're talking about getting the fat PS3 hooked back up. Man, I would love to play me some Killzone 3 again. That was a great game.
Yep. So yeah, nostalgia. I don't have the yellow light of death yet on the fat PS3. It fired up and somehow I'm not sure if my controllers will hold a charge anymore, but somehow I still have two DualShock 3 controllers, and I had to dig deep into the recesses of my storage and find the USB. Remember, since the PS3 days, the USB cables have evolved from US. What was it? We're at C now. I forget what it was before then. Was it A?
You had A. You had like the big, thick, kind of looking thing, and then you had the smaller version of that. You had like the mini.
The mini is what's
B.
Yeah, the mini B
or something
is
like that.
The mini B is what's in the PlayStation DualShock 3s.
Yeah.
And I found one that will reach from my TV to my recliner.
Holy shit, dude!
Yeah. So even if it doesn't take a charge, I'm still I'm still shitting in high cotton.
So is that your that PS? Is that your original?
Yeah.
Fat PS. That's your yeah. Man. Is it? I could imagine starting with PS3 again. Slow and clunky, or what?
It was all right. It wasn't too bad.
Yeah. Did they have HDMI? They didn't have HDMI.
Yeah, HDMI.
It did?
Yep. Yeah, because you remember the 360s when they first came out had like the cables, the VGA cables, but then they had like the HDMI that you would like.
The pro didn't it go like a pro version or something like the 360, right? It had HDMI.
I think there was like a. I want to say there was like a thing that you put in the back of it that would convert it or something like that. I mean, then they just all cut over to HDMI at one point.
They did, but I think there was two like different versions of the Xbox 360.
Well, yeah, when they first came out, it was like the core, and then there was like the Pro or whatever.
Right, and the Pro
that was all memory. That was a memory thing. The core came with none of that thing that would sit on top.
Yeah, I remember that. But I thought HDMI was in there somewhere too with all that.
Could be.
I don't know. Yeah. Wow. Fancy, man.
So yeah, I was I forget what day I set all that up. And yeah, just been going down memory lane. There's some like a lot of indie games I have on there that I've totally forgot about. That I've just been hopefully find some time to play.
Nice.
So I'll keep you updated on the Retro Pocket 5.
Oh hell yeah, man!
Retroid. Excuse me.
Retroid
Pocket 5. The name of the company is called Retroid, and you can see all the various handhelds that they have on their website. And they have 3DS looking things and Game Boy looking ones.
Yeah, the small, it was the small 3DS, the like narrow, and the DS Lite was like the wider one, but the normal like Game Boy Advance type looking shit. Yeah.
All right. Let's talk a little bit of what we've been playing. I think first thing we should talk about is we took to the skies one last time and Anthem.
Yeah.
Before those servers shut down.
Yep. That was sad. It was fun. But man, the flying out of the game was so satisfying. The gunplay was so satisfying. When we were playing, there was a couple of rounds in that and it got done. The same old shit, same old guns, man, that you would get. But man, it was good. It was fun playing that.
I think, with some years removed and a little bit of clarity, it felt like the flying still was rock solid, still held up. The gunplay was like on par with like Destiny. But boy, everything else felt so shallow and flat and half-baked.
Yeah. Yep.
A lot of the same crap over and over and over again. Like, didn't we just fucking do this? And there was like no way to like tell like this was something I just did. How do I?
We couldn't choose. We couldn't choose what thing we was doing. I'm sure probably somewhere there was we could choose something, but we went into like that hub and just started playing.
Yeah.
And that was
and there was other people online that were in our match. We didn't have, I think back in the day we would always turn that shit off.
I was saying
we just let it fly open, and there was people going for their last few rounds of Anthem.
Gus. Yep. People in there. I remember Mike and Matt from way back them years ago. They're back. They're playing. we never quit.
Yeah. Yeah. And Matt had his whatever the suit was called, all in the Cincinnati Reds colors, and then had to
absolutely, sir.
And then he switched it to slime green.
Yeah, I don't know why I did that, because now it's going to be like that forever. I just want something to be just stupid and stand out for the last thing.
That's what mine was. It looked like I came out of a rave with mine.
Yes, you were very, very colorful, very ravey.
Rainbow-esque.
Yeah.
But pour one out for Anthem. Never to be seen from. Is that another one of those games where you bought like the Ultra Edition, Deluxe Edition?
Yeah. What? I was all about that when I came out. I think I still owe some like DLC or some shit from that game.
I probably did too.
I did, yeah. But I want full bore on that, man. And that first weekend came open up and we couldn't even fucking play for a couple of days because the shit was all broken. Fucking. Oh man!
And we were playing that on Xbox. We had to dig deep. Matt was so dissatisfied with that game. He wanted it out of his life that he had it hidden in his library. You had to go to the Google machine to figure out how to unhide games.
Unhide, yes.
And there it was.
Yep. Downloaded it.
Did you forget about me?
I'm still here. Downloaded it, jumped right in, remembered who I was. Yeah, remember my red suit. Oh my gosh!
And let's talk about walking around in that game before you got in the suit. That had to be.
I was just going to say that
it was the slowest thing ever, and it had to be about 15 to 20 frames per second, if not worse.
It was so painful, so fucking painful to walk around there, man. Oh my god, it was bad.
It literally felt like you were walking in mud. Like,
yes. Fucking quicksand or something. Walking around and just... It was convenient when you got done and could move fast. Cause, it was very bad. I was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna walk over here to like one of the stores. I was like, oh, that was a mistake. It's gonna take me a fucking half hour to walk over this goddamn area.
And then you can't get out of the dialogue, and then like the guys are like looking at you, and they're like, I swear to God, they're like either cross-eyed or there was something was wrong with the not like wrong because people cross-eyed. That's nothing wrong. It's just, but these are artists rendering, and they weren't trying to make these people look like they had some sort of disability,
stigmatism or something.
Yeah, they fucked it up. I'm trying to say
they did. Gone forever.
Poof. And then we decided to dip our toes back into Borderlands 4, and we played a raid boss that we were a little we were a little cocky. We thought, this isn't gonna be a problem. We'll take care of this. 2 of us together, and it was the problem.
Yes, it was. It was difficult. I mean, it was good for a while. Like it was going good for a while, and all of a sudden he started doing these like massive attacks or something, and all these other like ads that were coming around, and then you couldn't shoot anything. When you got down and was dying, there was nothing to shoot at to give you a second wind.
Well, I think the biggest problem is like the traversal. Like you just weren't on a flat ground. The boss fight
was on those pedestals.
Yeah, and like I usually say, no one asked for that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was just very, very difficult to shoot, doing no damage to the boss. I lost a ton of money. Oh, I must have lost
30 to 40 million.
Yeah, it must be nice.
And then we said, all right, fuck it. We'll just go around and do some other missions. And then you get like the complete opposite. Like it just feels like you're shooting fish in a barrel.
Right.
Like everybody's just, you can just kill everybody instantly. I don't know.
There's no in between. It was all just one or the other.
But we had a good time talking to a toilet and claptrap at the same time. So that was
that was quite the interesting quest there. That was pure Borderlands magic right there.
Yeah. And other than that, you've been spending a lot of time. And I would caution you, Matt, not to go any faster, because all the news that came out this week with Ubisoft, you might want to milk this Assassin's Creed game for all it's worth, because I've heard that they've canceled projects, delayed games, shifting their focus to consumer Gen AI content. You might want to put the brakes on beating this game. And savor it.
Might be the last Ubisoft game I get to play. Yeah, they laid off a bunch of people too. Yeah. Assassin's Creed. I'm enjoying it. It's starting to get a little repetitive with what's going on. Mainly, and that's kind of my fault because I haven't done like main story shit. I've been going around clearing the map and things like that. There's like castles and. You clear them out, but you don't because they're never like truly cleared out. But you go and you gotta like kill so many samurais in each castle. Like one castle might have 5, one castle might have 2, whatever. And then you kill those samurais, and then there's a chest that you can open up, and there's some pretty good loot in that. But like, so you go away, you come back, and like those samurais and all that are back. Which you can kill in that, but you don't get anything for it unless it's a corrupted castle. Some of these castles turn into corrupted castles where you can go in and you get better loot. You got to kill the samurais again. Another reason to go back to these castles is for resources for your hideout and for your weapons and stuff. So that's a reason to do it. But I've been doing that, doing a lot of map exploring. Some bunch of side quests, side assassinations, and all of that. It's a fun game. I enjoy it. It gets easy, and all of a sudden it gets hard again. So so I can play like all night long with Naomi, or I don't pronounce her name. She's a girl. She's more stealthy, assassination type kills, but she can be weak with some stuff. And then you can play as Yusuke, who's a great big giant samurai guy who just goes in and, like Mike likes to say, just go in and wreck shop. No hindrances at all. So he can be really fun to play. Can be easier to play at times, even though it's not stealthy. So you gotta be a little careful. But it's a fun game. I'm enjoying it. I like the whole hideout thing where you can customize your hideout and make it your own. Traveling, traversing the world is colorful. The game looks great. But just a lot of repeat activities to doing it. But I'm going to continue on. I've been getting the itch. I know we talked about this. You want me to finish another game because I've been doing so well so far. But I'm getting the itch to get back into Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. And maybe even on the PS5, download Red Dead Redemption 2 again and kind of mess around with that. So just kind of shit like that I've been thinking about doing.
Well, warm weather's coming up here, so you got to enjoy this cozy season while you can. Pretty soon you're going to be outside mowing the lawn.
Exactly. Or up at the farm. Yeah, playing my offline games like Stardew Valley or something. I mean, I got to take advantage of this
shit now. It's only going to be a week or two away, certainly, right?
Warm weather's coming.
Yeah,
I know we got a bad weekend coming up, but the warm weather's coming here soon. Spring training's right around the corner, and so that means warm weather is going to be here.
I can't believe he said that in the middle of it. Was like he said it a week ago, and it was fucking like January 12th. And I'm like, sir, it's January 12th. The warm weather is not going to be showing up my doorstep until sometime end of April.
Soon, though. It'll be soon.
No, everything is relative.
Exactly. So, but that's the biggest thing I've been playing is that. Kind of boring, I know. Sorry. Threw in a little Power Wash Simulator 2 here and there, just redoing some of the stuff there. Just the kind of it's a good mindless, chill game to just fucking decompress with.
I didn't want to overwhelm you with the fourth title. I know I didn't want to expand your wish list to unbelievable lengths, but I did see something came across my desk the other day. Is some food truck simulator.
Yes, I saw something like that. Yes, yes. I practice myself for the real world here, maybe in a couple of years. But yeah, something like that I want to check out. Tomorrow I got an opportunity to take my Ally and Steam Deck if I wanted to, both, whatever. I'm going to probably check out that Cast and Chill tomorrow.
Oh, yeah.
And start playing that. Yeah. And see what that's all about. I'm looking forward to checking that out.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Well, on this front over here, more Horizon Forbidden West.
Mm-hmm.
My character's slowly turning into a tank. I will say that the kills that you get are not as satisfying as of like Yote. You know what I mean? It felt like Yote when you got to that point where you were just kicking ass and taking names. The kills were very, very satisfying. Here I'm getting to the point where I am a little bit of a tank and can take out a good deal of enemies. It still takes a while. And then even unless you're doing like a stealth kill where it goes into like an animation, the kills are not as satisfying. But the game is more and more getting my attention, and it's filling up the map with a zillion and one things to do. So it's a bit of a slog in that aspect, but boy, it's a beautiful looking game at some times. And this is a silly thing to say, but you notice it more when you bounce off of a PS3 game and then go into Horizon. Like the fluidity, you really see that difference of how games have progressed when you're playing something 2 generations ago and then you're bouncing into a showpiece game for the PS5. So yeah. I'm enjoying it. How rapidly I will finish it, I do not know, but I am playing it, consistently during the week. So the PS3, the games that I streamed through that cockamamie way, I was playing MotorStorm Apocalypse, and I was playing Ratchet and Clank Tools of Destruction. So those are PS3 games that I streamed on my PS5. When I was on the PlayStation itself, I'm trying to remember what I was playing a Super Stardust game that I had installed, and then I updated a bunch of other ones that I need to go back and play. So I think on the PlayStation 4 that you can play on the PlayStation 5, there's a game called Super Stardust Ultra. And I'm also playing on the PS5 via backwards compatibility, the PSP version called Super Stardust Portable. And then whatever the PS3 version is, I've been playing as well. So I've been playing like 3 different flavors of Super Stardust, which is kind of like, an arcadey shmup. Housemarque makes it, so the people that did Dead Nation, Alien Nation, Resogun, etc., it's their game. And, it's just like a planet breaker, right? You got this little ship, and you're just shooting all the asteroids and collecting the points and breaking the asteroids that got the gold, the green centers to get more points. You got a whole bunch of different guns that you can go between. So I love that game. I loved Super Stardust Delta on the Vita. And I'm hoping I can get that on the Retroid Pocket over here.
Yeah, I'm watching. I remember it now. And when you said on the Vita, I was like, yeah, I remember I played this on the Vita. It was a great game on the Vita.
Yeah, I loved the Vita. And I don't know if I loved it because of the screen size. It just, with the OLED screen, if everything was just like, sometimes you play these games and you get them on a big television. They don't have the same impact when it's just in a condensed version. And it's conducive to a handheld.
I feel the same way with Geometry Survivor. I do much better playing it on the Steam Deck than I do on the PC on a monitor.
Yeah. So I've been looking at the eBays and things like that. Should I, I really like the MotorStorm and MotorStorm Pacific Rift. Should I go get those games? You can get them anywhere between like, $4 to like $15. Should I buy the disc again? I don't know. We'll see. I got plenty of stuff on there that I can play. Remember a game called Magic Orbs? I had that on there.
Wow.
Yeah. Anyways.
Do you still have any disc?
I do. I have a few. I have Killzone 3. I have Killzone.
That was I love playing that. That was a great. Even the multiplayer and the campaign. That was a great game.
I have Killzone 3. I have Resistance, SOCOM Confrontation.
Oh, Wet. Man, SOCOM.
Wet. Yeah.
Be great for like a new SOCOM game compete with Battlefield.
I mean, I don't know what the fuck Sony is doing. You get SOCOM, you got Killzone, the MotorStorm games. I don't know. I could go on and on about that. And I'm sure people on the Xbox side could say the same thing about some of their franchises too. But all right, let's. We had a work day today, so we don't want to go too long.
Yeah,
we got a few news items we need to get through here, though, Matt. First, there was an Xbox Direct today, which I casually watched while I was working. Fable looks fantastic. I don't know.
Yes.
I don't know. Obviously you're not going to be able to play that with Game Pass. So that might be something you have to buy. There's over 1,000 NPCs in that game. You can marry them all, have conversations with them all, follow them around daily, have children with them. You can buy all the houses in the game. That looks phenomenal. Can't wait for that. That's coming out fall 2026. Forza Horizon 5 comes out May 19th. PC and Xbox to start later in 2026 for PlayStation. I can't tell you much of the Beast of Reincarnation. I was working more when that was being shown. The company Game Freak, who's known a lot for their, I want to say, Pokemon games, are calling this a one-person, one-dog action RPG. So I need to look at it some more. I don't have an overall opinion on it one way or the other, but that was shown today. And the last thing that was shown was a new game from Double Fine. And Double Fine is always known for games sort of outside the box, marching to their own beat. They just put out that Keeper game. And just think of all the other games, Psychonauts and Stacking, Headlander, all the games that Double Fine have put out over the years. So here's a new one. It's called Kiln, Kiln, and it's going to be on Xbox, PC, PlayStation. And this is are you ready for this, Matt? An online multiplayer party brawler. Online multiplayer party brawler. And basically you build pottery in the game, and then you go out there and fight with it and destroy it, and I think start over again. It's a
kind of the gist I'm getting here.
Team-based arena battle game where you craft ceramic battle armor on a realistic pottery wheel, where your abilities are determined by the kind of pot you make.
Interesting.
It's a 4v4 action game. We'll have to see how that...
yeah, I'll have to check that out, maybe.
How all that shakes out. Moving on, Marathon is being released on March 5th. I'll coincide with that. They have a new limited edition DualSense controller that will set you back $85. But Marathon is their upcoming PvPvE survival extraction FPS, of course, from the creators of Halo and Destiny. I think this one's going to do okay. I'm not going to say...
Think so?
Yeah, I don't think it's going to be a dud like Concord, where they're going to pull the plug on it. I think they've got enough invested in it. I think the voice actors that are associated with it are top tier. I'm not saying it's going to do gangbusters, but I'm going to say it's going to be one of those things. It could build. I'm not saying it's going to be like Ark Survivors, where Ark Survivors came out, it had some popularity, and then boom, it took off, and now it's the most popular thing on Steam. But I could see it doing okay. Now, I believe Marathon is only on PlayStation. Is that an accurate statement?
I would think so. I'm not the 100% expert to say that, but I believe so.
Yeah. That could be the only thing. If that is true, that could be the thing that holds it back, right? You only get a player base on one system.
Yeah.
Looking here, really. No, the upcoming Bungie Marathon is not an exclusive. It's launching simultaneously on PlayStation 5, Steam, and Xbox. So there you go. So that's good. They get a large player base there. I think it's going to do okay. I really do. I think that High Guard game that comes out here in a few weeks is not going to do well. But this one I think is going to be okay.
You don't think so?
They have not really been pushing it, promoting it, talking about it. Their social media channels are dead since like middle of December. I don't know what's going on with that game.
Seems to be a lot. Yeah, a lot of people playing it, but we want to be playing it. The demo seemed to be pretty good, but
that's from the creators of Apex and Titanfall.
Yep,
comes out January 26th. We'll see. It's a hero shooter. Don't know if people are looking for that, but they'll have the option if they want to. Moving on, the Division Definitive Edition, not Division 2, but Division 1.
Yeah.
10 years since the first
10
edition.
years.
How many times did we play that goddamn alpha and beta?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
While not confirmed by Ubisoft, advertising for an unannounced definitive edition has popped up in Japan, along with what looks to be hoodies, caps, and tees inspired by the Division's anniversary, which they speculate appear to be just prizes for players jumping into the game at an esport event. So, tentative news hasn't been announced yet. Division 3 is in production. That's not a secret. But, there could be a definitive edition. I'm always down for some Division. Division 2 I'm a little burnt out on, but I know I dipped my toes in the Division 1 waters maybe about a year ago, and I really enjoyed that, and I should circle back to doing some of that again. That was fun to be back there. So I'm here for it. Let's see what happens.
Yes, me too. Me too. That whole survival thing you used to do there with the cold.
Mm-hmm. I don't want to play that during this week, though. Too much realism. What is up with Ubisoft going back to some of their older titles and giving them 60 frame per second updates? So it looks like, I'm not sure how many people played Far Cry Primal. I never did. So I'm not sure how they hand selected these titles, but Far Cry 3, Far Cry Primal, and Blood Dragon are getting, supposedly yesterday, got a 60 FPS boost.
I wonder how difficult that was.
Yeah, why can't they do that to all the game? How did they pick those three? Are those just like the three they started with? Is anybody asking for that for Far Cry Primal or Blood Dragon?
Right.
So, curious if that brings people back. Are they trying to drum up interest of the franchise? I mean, I think Far Cry is a big seller for them. So I'm not sure what the motivation there is to do that. Was it easy to do, like you said? And are they trying to prevent piracy? Like, hey, let's pump stuff into this so people will buy these and not, get them through other means and use, hacks and mods to get them at 60 frames. So let's just provide it and see if we get some. I don't know what the genesis of that idea was, other than cool. It should always be trying to make your assets better over time.
Far Cry 3 was a great game. I thought it was good. I really enjoyed it.
Yep.
Yep.
It does not say in this article that I'm reading here from Eurogamer if this applies to all the editions or just the PC ones. I cannot ascertain that information at this time, Matthew.
Information forthcoming.
That's right. And the last bit of news here. I know you were disappointed with the Fallout 76 update that were bringing you to Ohio.
Yeah.
But today they released a big, giant bug-fixing patch for armor, camps, challenges, quests, and more. Oh, my. So, yeah, I'm not sure if that's going to get you to fire it up again, if you ran into any bugs that were giving you a bad time, a bad experience.
No, I'm reading here trying to figure out what the problems are that they fixed. Certain helmets removing facial hair. Okay. UI elements being incorrectly displayed at camps and workshops. I never experienced any of that stuff. No, but I mean, good for them. Put a patch out. The game still getting a lot of attention, so that's good. Not abandoning it yet.
I am neck deep in the Fallout 2 season on Amazon. There's only one episode left. Of course, they come out once a week, so I can't binge them. Looking forward to the finale and see how they wrap it up, and then probably wait another 5 years for season 3. I don't know.
Well, I don't know. I mean, season 1, season 2 came out pretty close to each other.
Did they?
It was within a year.
Okay. Warmer weather is coming.
Warm weather's coming. That's right. Trust me.
I think they're already filming parts of 3. But there was a nice little cameo in the show last night. No spoilers.
I don't want to hear about it.
Yeah, it was a nice little cameo. So curious where they take it here. I am not as familiar with I think they're doing more Las Vegas stuff, so Fallout New Vegas. So I'm not as familiar with that game. But I'm here for it. Good acting, good there's some good plot lines that are going on. So I'm enjoying that. So that'd be something to do if you're home and it's snowed in and you're not ready to go outside. You can go binge some Fallout. Season 2.
Sounds like maybe a good Sunday morning thing.
All right, sir. Anything else news-wise that we might have missed that came across your docket that you need to talk about?
I think you covered everything I wanted to.
Yeah?
Yep.
Okay. Well, episode 50. Once again, no Gen AI was used in this episode.
Not yet.
No. I just came across a new game for you, Matt. Real quick, we're going to leave the people with this. I know. Are you a sushi guy?
Yes. Dave's a diver.
There is a new game called Goblin Sushi, where you serve the best and most expensive sushi any goblin can find in the cave. Get early access on February 9th and check out the demo now on Steam. That's the last one I'm going to give you tonight. Goblin Sushi. And with that, we will talk to you all in a few weeks.
Arthur, isn't it? Arthur Morgan?
Who are you?
Yes, Arthur Morgan, Vanderlin's most trusted associate. You've read the files. Typical case, orphaned street kid seduced by that maniac's silver tongue and matures into a degenerate murderer.